the very first and most important question that we ask ourselves is depersonalization and derealization forever? Is it permanent? And the answer is absolutely not. The second question that we ask ourselves is, how long will it last? And the only real answer to that is, it's up to you. Everybody's different. We all found ourselves in this headspace different ways. A lot of us the same. A lot of us got here after a bad drug reaction. That's the bulk of how people found themselves with depersonalization. So yeah, that's one of them. But there's many ways that we found ourselves here. The real thing is, the most important factor of this is, the longer that you spend obsessing about it, the longer that it will last. And that sucks because you just want to get rid of it, so how do you not think about it? I understand how impossible that feels, but that is the truth. You know, when you're sitting in line or you're sitting at work or you're sitting in school, time feels like it is just taking forever. Time feels like it is taking double or triple the length to happen. And that same rule applies universally, and it applies here too. The more time that you spend obsessing about how shitty you feel and how different you feel and how nothing feels the same anymore, the more time you spend thinking about that, the longer you're making time last, and the more you're extending this headset, the more you're building this neural pathway, the more you think about it, the stronger that pathway gets. So you have to not just distract yourself, but you have to accept these feelings, and you truly have to move on. And once you accept them and move on, that's already half the battle. You're already halfway out of it. The rest is creating healthy habits. The rest is getting back to a healthy mindset, not abusing any substances, having good relationships, learning how to deal with your feelings, learning how to handle trauma in the future, learning how to handle bad news. The rest is just hard work, and you can get out of it. When I was in high school, I had it when I was like 15 or 16. I had no idea what it was. Now I know for a fact it was depersonalization, but truly felt like I was in a dream world. And there's no way to describe just exactly how it feels, but if you have depersonalization or you've experienced it briefly, you know exactly how it feels. But I remember getting completely out of it, forgetting all about it, going to college, and I was the most confident version of myself that I've ever been, and I had so much fun. It's like depersonalization never existed. Then my father passed away, some shit happened, I dealt with the trauma the wrong way, smoked myself to death, found myself in it again, which is back to the whole, you have to learn how to healthily deal with trauma in the future once you're out of it. But yeah, you can get completely out of it. There is nothing to worry about. The only thing there is to worry about is giving up. You can't give up. You absolutely can't give up. If anything, you have to get more involved in your dreams and your personal life than you've ever wanted to before. Once again, accept these feelings and start to move on. You will get out of depersonalization. I promise you. I'll see you next week.